Welcome to Gloved Up Garage. You're going to have to excuse the wind noise today. It's the first sunny, nice day we've had. This is beginning of February 2020. So the project you see in front of you, this is an 87 LX notchback, 5.0 automatic. Doesn't look really anything too special from the outside. Not a fan of the tail lights, not a fan of these headlights either. Kind of do a quick walk around. Somebody's put an Explorer intake, BB carry, cold air intake, some Pacer weld knockoff wheels, windshield drivers, door glass and rear glass was busted out. Quarter panel needs some work. There's the tail lights. Not a fan of the spoiler either. Doesn't get much better over here on the other side. Quarter panel completely rusted out there in front of the door. Door itself needs a new skin. And this thing is just rough all the way around. So someone might ask, why is it you would take on a project like this? What makes this car so special? Well, let me zoom in here and show you. Bam! Jefferson County Police. So this is an SSP notchback. What's that mean? Well, it's a police package. Special service or severe service, depending upon how some people will say it, but SSP was the police package that Ford used for the Mustangs. Some of the things that made this a police package was not a chip, because Ford didn't put chips in these cars when they left the factory. It's possible someone department had it done otherwise after it left, but they did not come out of the factory with a chip or anything different than the civilian engine. They did have an external cooler for the transmission, which this car still has that external cooler. Now that was only for the automatic cars. You can see the bracket right there, and that's the cooler right there, which is not really going to get a whole lot of airflow because it sits too high behind the bumper to really catch any air. So something else that these cars had, there's some braces in the floor, kind of support the extra weight from the officers because of the equipment they have, not because they love donuts. They also had certified speedometers. There was a bunch of different options they had. You could have power windows, you could have power locks, you could have cruise control. You could deck it out pretty much like you could a civilian vehicle. They did have an option for an upgraded alternator, which I'm not sure if this car had, because someone has swapped this out to like a 2G or a 1G Ford alternator, which that's going to go. So this thing I got recently. Sorry, I just hit a hole in the yard. This thing I just got recently. I haven't had time to work on it. I was just trying to get it started this afternoon. Of course, you can see the battery's out because I've got it in the garage charging. But this needs a lot of work. So you can see the windshield's been busted out. Obviously, passenger side glass is good. Driver's door glass has been busted out. And the rear window is busted out. The interior of this doesn't get much better. This was originally a regatta blue, bright regatta blue exterior with blue interior. Running the quick numbers on it on an old recognition guide that I have for Fox bodies, it shows that it's one of 108 V8 coupes in bright regatta blue in 87. So off the bat, it's somewhat rare. One of 108. The sister car, the VIN before this one, belongs to a friend of mine. Lives here in Kentucky with me. I think his plans, his car is kind of modified. It's been painted flat black. I don't know if he's going to restore his car back to the way that it was in service. My plan is to restore this the way that it was when it was in service in 87. So I've got photos of my car when it was at one of the service centers here in Louisville. So this is the interior. I mean, you can see the steering wheel is not original. The speedometer on this car, it says 160. It's a Ford Motorsport overlay. This is not the correct dash for this car. That's actually a 90 to 93 dash with a newer style cluster as well. It's got this pillar pod gauge, which is fine for a modified car. Not sure why someone put a tack in there for an automatic, but it is what it is. And we got the B&M ratchet shifter, which I despise those shifters in a street-driven car. The seats are going to go. Hopefully I can locate the originals or something very close to the original. The back seat's in relatively decent shape. I've got the extra plastic in there from where I was cleaning up the windows. Might be able to save them, not really sure. I need to do the research and see if those are original or not. Quarter panel plastics on both sides are just trashed. Headliner's been done in like a black velour. The original blue's underneath of it, so I might be able to get a sample from the corners that weren't exposed to sunlight, and then hopefully match it up with some interior material that will work. So sorry for the shaky video. Shooting this on an iPhone. This is one of the first videos I've done. This will be a series. Every step of the way, I'm going to make a video of this car. The plan, as it stands right now, is to get this in my garage, start pulling off everything that I know I'm not going to keep, like the wheels, the taillights, the spoilers, stuff like that. Get rid of that stuff. Blow this car apart piece by piece until I've got an empty shell. The shell is then going to go up to Indianapolis to a place called Pro Strip, and I'm going to have the body chemically dipped all the way back down to metal. From there, I'll do an epoxy, seal the metal, and then start the body work on the panels that can be saved, and remove the panels and replace them on the ones that can be saved. I'm not a body man by profession. I've done body work, I can do it. I'm too slow at it to make any money because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff. This car, I'm not 100% sure that I'll get it to a concours restoration, but it's definitely going to be in a lot better shape than you see it in now. This one will be a labor of love because it's something that would have been located in the area that I grew up in. This is my third police Mustang. And we're back. Sorry about that, my phone died. Like I was saying, this is my third SSP. My first one was a Florida Highway Patrol 89 notchback that needed a bunch of work just like this one does. The second one I had was a Santa Clara, California County District Attorney's car. It was a 91 SSP. It was fairly clean. Needed a little bit of work here and there, but it was a good running, driving car. Just you know, things happen when you have a family and you have to sell things to come up with money, and that just happened to go. So, well, I just wanted to introduce this car. Of course, you guys can probably tell I've had to move it in the garage. I'll have some videos coming up soon of the teardown. This car, like I said, it's going to get a restoration, so we'll start taking everything apart. I'll make videos as I go. And for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys subscribe and like the video and comment. I will be reading the comments on these things and hopefully answering any questions you guys might have. So, thanks.